Morning, everyone. It's Alison Sullivan with Stamp Crazy with Alison, and this is my 10 a.m. Pacific Time live on a Sunday. Thanks for joining me. I'm just going to make sure that I am broadcasting okay. So I'm just going to check. It says I'm on YouTube, so that's a good sign. And I'll just make sure that you can hear me. Broadcasting. Excellent. I have sound, I have audio, visual. Yay! Okay, now I'm just going to wait for you guys to pop on. Good morning, Keisha. How are you? Is it beautiful where you are too? Look at behind me. Look at the sun streaming in. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm going to have a beautiful day. I hope it's nice over on the island. And let's see here. I'm going to just... My husband is going out the door, and he's decided to be noisy right behind me and also in my line of vision. So I'm going to move over to my workspace. Hi, Ellie. How are ya? How are you doing today? Okay, so I think I'm safe to go back because I think he's left the visual field. There he is. Okay, he's gone. Okay, so today we're going to work with Trusty Tools. You're good? Oh, I'm glad you're good. It's a beautiful day. Can you see behind me now? I don't know what the temp is. What's the temp today, Keisha? Some crazy number like it's been. I don't know. 10, 11, 12. It looks warm out. Okay. That's Celsius for my American watchers. So I don't know what that would be. 50, something like that. Good morning, Facebook user. Not sure who you are, but let me look over here. 4 degrees and sunny. Perfect. That's perfect weather for February. Sometimes I think it can be a little too warm in February. It's like kind of freaks us out, right? Yeah. Okay. So should we just get started? Okay. Let's go over here. There we go. And I'm just going to drag that over so hopefully I can see your comments. Okay. So Trusty Tools. This is a great stamp set. Hi, Mo. How are you? Hi, Kathy. Good morning. Great stamp set. It's in the January to April mini, and it comes with dies, which are also fantastic. Now, there's not a suite that goes with this, but when you purchase the bundle, if you want, you can choose a freebie from the Sale-a-bration catalog, and one of the freebies is the paper that coordinates, a Trusty Toolbox. So let me show you the patterns. They're really super. I love this one because you can actually, really simple to fussy cut. It's not hard. We're actually going to do some fussy cutting today. Well, I am. And but some of the elements like the paintbrush and the pencil, some others are you can cut out with the coordinating dies. Here's another sheet of different tools. Now, I've cut this down to 6 by 12 just so I can get it here so you can see it. This is great. This is a whole sheet of nuts and bolts. Measuring tape. And then this, I believe, is to mimic the, the storage drawers that they have in garages that wheel around. And I'm pretty sure that's what that's supposed to mimic. Then on the other side, we've got more muted patterns, which are really nice. This is sort of a peacock color, I think. Oh, maybe not. Lost Lagoon, I guess. Love the graph paper. This one's really cool. This looks almost like, a metal, what am I trying to say? Like a metal board. This one is definitely a peg board. And then another whole sheet of different kind of screws and nuts and bolts. So really cool. So you can pick that if you want. Okay, so today, let's get started. I'm going to grab my little pouch here. I've got, starting with a basic white. Now, I like to use a thick cardstock, if I can, as my bottom card. Hi, Therese. How are you? From France. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I'm so glad. It's 27 there. Oof. Okay, so sorry, I got distracted by that. Okay, hi, welcome from France. So nice to see you. Okay, so this is the thick basic white, okay? And you could use just the regular weight, but sometimes when you add a whole bunch of stuff, layers or elements, it's nice to have a sturdier base. Okay, so that's just cut to the North American standard, which is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. And then I've taken one of the designer series papers. This one here, this is the opposite side with all the screwdrivers, but this one here is that sort of muted gray. Okay, I really like that. And I'm going to just double check my sizing. It's 4.25 by 5.5. So somehow this got cut a little bit too thick, and it's going to drive me nuts and it's going to drive you nuts. So let's just double check. Every cutter can be a little bit off, right? So if you cut, say, your cardstock on one cutter because you cut a whole bunch, and then you go and use your trimmer to cut something else, they can be just slightly off. Just because, not in terms of the measurement, but in terms of where you place it. So I was driving me nuts that it was a little bit weird. So I'm going to actually glue this right on. This is actually cut to the full card front. So 5.25 by 5.5, I'm sorry, by 4.25. Okay. So that's still going to drive me nuts a little bit, but I'll just go with it. It's a little bit off. Okay, see, that's going to drive me nuts. I don't know why today it's going to drive me nuts, but it kind of is. So I'm just going to do another little trim because it won't matter if it's just slightly smaller than 5.5. Okay, so let's just put that back in and just give it a little bit of a haircut. There we go. Oh, that makes me feel better. Okay, now we're ready to go. Okay, perfect. Don't you love this too? It's a really great pattern. Now, by the time we finish the card, you're probably not going to see much of it, but that's okay. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to take a piece of that designer series paper that we were talking about. Looks like one of those movable red and gray tool carts that they have in workshops, right? So these are like the drawer handles, and then all the tools are in their own wheels, and they roll them around their workshop. My nephew is a mechanic, and he has one at his house. So this would be a good card for him, actually. Okay, what I want to do is I do want to put some wheels on this because it's a card. So I grabbed a 3/4 inch circle punch. Now, we don't have a 3/4 inch circle punch, I don't believe, anymore, but you probably have one in your stash. Or you could use one of the dies that has a little circle. I'm sure you can find something to add some wheels or some circles. Okay, so I've just got basic black and I've just cut out the wheels. Okay, now I'm going to grab some Scotch tape. I do find this is a bit easier for me to line up, and let's turn it over, and then we're just going to eyeball this where we think 2 wheels would go. I'm not going to make myself too crazy. We do want to make sure it's going to fit on the card front, so I'm going to have to make it a little bit like that. I think that's good. There we go. And I'll just grab another one, another piece of tape. There we go. Okay, that's pretty good. So we're just sort of guessing. It's not sort of an eyeball thing. There we go. So now we have a little cart with wheels. So cute. It can be wheeled around the workshop. Okay. We can go ahead and glue that down. I'm going to make it just so it matches a little bit better. I don't know why my eyes are off today. I guess I could use my glass mat, couldn't I? I'm going to line that up, and then I could go like this, and oh my God, that would be so brilliant. Look at that. Yay. My goodness. I don't know why I'm being so particular today. I'm usually like, ugh, whatever, just let's go with it. It's a homemade card. That's good. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to glue this down just so I got it where I want it. Okay. Now, you can use whatever glue you want. I taught a class, 2 classes yesterday with my buddy Ange McKay, and we taught 3 altogether. And she likes the seal and I like the white glue. And our customers like a little bit of everything depending on what they're making. So I don't know what your favorite glue is, but I like white glue. I use it on everything. All right. Now the next thing I want to do is I've gone ahead and cut, oh, this piece here, I guess I should tell you what size that is, right? That would help if you want to recreate this. That is 3 3/4 by 5. Okay. Then I've gone ahead and cut some what I would call drawers out of the same paper. And let's see here. What do we got here? These are 1 1/8 by 3 3/4. So I'm not going to put these down yet because I'm not sure where I'm going to put them. You'll see in a minute why I'm not sure. But I am going to sort of just sort of see where I'm going to have these. Kind of like that, I think. Yeah. And then I'm going to have another one down here. You just sort of have to kind of guess where you're going to put your drawers. So we're going to put the drawers, we're going to pop them up, but I don't want to do it quite yet because I want to put some things inside. Okay. Let's move those over. So now I'm going to grab, we were talking about the fantastic pieces on the designer series paper. Some you can cut out with the dies, and some you're going to have to fussy cut. So for this particular card, I don't think we can cut out the paintbrush, but I'm not going to put a paintbrush in this kind of drawer. So I'm going to go with the hammer. I'm going to hammer here. Now, of course, you could also stamp and cut these out with the dies. There's stamp for all these different tools. But for this card, we're just going to use the designer series paper. Now make sure you grab it before it either sells out or it's no longer available. It's only available to the end of February or while supplies last. Okay. I'm using just repositionable tape just so that that doesn't move in my cutter. Okay. Then I can also have a die for my measuring tape. And I don't think there's different colors on the paper. This one is the Lost Lagoon, which is fine. Again, because I am cutting it out with the die, I want to make sure that it's not going to move, or hopefully won't move. Okay, looks good. I use my tape over and over and over again, by the way, you guys. I just kind of keep it on the sort of the side of my desk. Here we've got some other elements. What else can we cut out with a die? We can cut a pencil. Pretty sure we can cut the pencil. Should we have a red pencil? Let's do that. Red. That way we're adding a little bit more color. So everybody needs a pencil, right? When they're doing any kind of work. I'm going to trim this down because it'll fit in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss. Okay, so we got 3 of those. What else do we have? Now, here's an idea. Some of these pieces, I'm going to show you. It's great that they've got these elements, but you know, some of them are off the side, right? Like we've only got this part of the screwdriver. I have to think for a second. But that's okay, because this card, we could just use that half of that, or even this part of the, I don't even know what those are. What are we trying to, what are those cutters? Some kind of them, we got the pliers, same idea, and even the saw. So don't think, oh gosh, they're off the end of the page, I can't use them. Yeah, you can. Okay, so let's cut out the level here. These are really actually quite easy to cut out. So even though they don't have a coordinating die, no problem, you can cut it out. So we got a level. And how about a wrench? Let's do that. Just going to go all the way around. See what I'm doing? When you're fussy cutting, what you want to do is move your paper and not your scissors. Except when you're doing a straight line, then you want your scissors. But we're just turning our paper. And you want to leave a little bit of an edge. And it won't have to be perfect edge all the way around because your eye will trick it thinking that it is. Because honestly, plus this is going in a drawer, so we're only going to see part of this. Round we go, round. Okay, so now we got two things. What else? How about a drill? Should we put a drill? You can actually, we made a card a little while ago where I showed you how to create the drill from the die bits. So be sure to go and check my older videos. I always put a picture of the card as a thumbnail at the beginning of all my YouTube videos, so you can easily find the one you're looking for. Oh, here, this will be fun. Let's go around this guy. Do-doop, do-doop, do-doop. Go around we go. Keep moving your paper. Go. Go. Talk and cut at the same time. Can you guys? Like I'm concentrating so hard here. There we go. Okay. What else have we got? We've already got a hammer, so we don't need that. We decided not to do a paintbrush. Screwdriver, I think. Should we do a screwdriver? Okay. Now, I could have cut all these out ahead of time, but I wanted to show you how easy it is to cut these because it really is simple. Nobody's saying anything. You guys are so quiet. You're very, very quiet. Nope, no one said anything new. It's okay. I know you're there. You're out in cyberspace watching. I'm going to show you some nice cards at the end too of our video. So now I got a screwdriver. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 6 things. You could just go crazy, right? You could just keep going to your drop. Let's see. There's another level. I have that red one, I think, don't I? Yeah, I've got a red one. Yeah, that's good. How about one more screwdriver, and then that should be good. Because you can always add later. Let's go back in and add some stuff later. I just grabbed a bunch of stuff. I'm going to get rid of that little pencil. I just want to grab some stuff out of my bits, like my leftovers from other cards. So I had a bunch of different sheets here and a bunch of different things. Ooh, this is challenging. Okay. Okay, I think that's good. All right, we'll save all the rest. Don't know if we need a saw. You know what? I'll cut out the saw, and if we've got room for it, we'll put it on there. I'm not so sure a saw would be in a mechanic's little set of drawers. I'll have to go. I'm going over to my sister-in-law's today. I have to look inside his drawers. It's my mother-in-law's 94th birthday. And we're having, the theme of our birthday party is English high tea. So I have been boiling eggs for egg salad sandwiches. I have been dealing with cans and cans and cans of salmon for salmon salad sandwiches. Anyway, it should be fun. She'll enjoy it. Nothing too elaborate, and a daytime party is best when you're 94. Okay, it's just not wanting to stick, so I'm actually gonna really put some tape on here. Okay. All right, let's grab our Stampin' Cut, our little mini, and move that over. Go. Now, this is the first time in my new office, my new studio, where I have used my emboss machine in my workspace. I had to buy a new camera mount because it was like this. So I'm really hoping that this works. So let's go for it. Oh, it would help if I actually had these lined up, wouldn't it? There we go. Yeah, so far so good. It's pretty good. Oh, good. I thought it was the table, so I bought a new table. And then it didn't work, but I needed a new table anyway. My table was like 15 years old, and it was the surface was all peeling off, so I would get splinters. So I thought, oh, I'll treat myself to a new table. I thought, well, that'll fix my problem that I have with my shaky camera, but it did not. So then I thought, well, I guess it can only be the mount. So I bought a new mount. And that seems to have fixed the problem. Fingers crossed. Okay. All right. Oh, forgot one thing. Oops. We want to cut out some little nuts and bolts. So let's put a piece of silver foil there. And then you'll see there's this little die that's nuts and bolts. We'll cut those. Yeah, it is a great theme, isn't it, Keisha? She, of course, she's a love. She says, oh, I don't need a party. And we're like, we're not having a party. We're having a family lunch. And she liked it. So yeah, we're going to have tea, different kinds of tea and coffee. We've also got, I don't even remember the name. Someone out there will know. It's sort of like an Italian sparkling wine with orange juice. So sort of like mimosas. She'll like that. Some sandwiches. My sister-in-law will make like a cheese tray. And my niece is a really beautiful baker. She makes very fancy decorated cookies. She's going to do that, but she's also going to make a scones and some clotted cream. So we're going to have and some jam. So we're going to have a real English high tea, which she will love that. All right, so let's start putting this together. Here's our card. Now, we need dimensionals. We're going to dimensional. Hi from Winnipeg, Dee. How are you watching on YouTube? So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to put dimensionals on either end like so. And then we'll decide where our drawer is. So our drawer is going to be there. Whoop. And let's lay out some of these tools, and then we can decide where those are going to go. I made this card a couple of days ago, so I'm trying to remember what I did. Okay, so we need let's use, this is what I mean about we don't care if we've got the end of this, because this can tuck in. Okay, just like that. So we can tuck it in. I don't want to go higher than that. That might not be the right one for that. How about this? Oh yeah, that works great. And then we're going to I want my hammer down here, I think, and probably my drill. Have a little drill and a hammer. And let's put our measuring tape up here. That's a good one. And maybe the level. Can stick that in. Move that over a bit. And we can have, let's see, we're going to have our drawer. So let's see where our drawer is going to go. So our drawer will go down here. And then this drawer can go up here. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to work. So that's kind of how we're going to do this. And we'll put some more tools up there. Okay. So let's go ahead and put down our second drawer. I think I did this a lot easier the other day when I was just doing it on, I wasn't doing it for a camera. Today I'm a little like, oh, where did that go? Oh, you've got the same paper coming, Dee? Awesome. You're going to love it. You're going to love it, and you're going to think, oh, no, I don't want it to ever end. I've got an extra pack because I loved it so much. It really is a great pack. And sometimes it's hard to be inspired or to find inspiration for masculine type cards, isn't it? I think. So I'm just going to do that. Let's grab our glue. And I think I'm going to put I'm going to do it like that. So I'm going to have this kind of be on the top of the other drawer. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just going to be sticking out. This mechanic is a very messy mechanic. I don't think mural mechanics would be this messy. Just have their tools hanging out of the drawers. Pretty sure my nephew isn't like that. Okay. Go. That looks good. Yep, that's good. All right, back to designing. So we could put a hammer there. We could put screwdriver like so, because I've only got the dimensionals here, so we can easily slide things in. Got a pencil. Maybe we'll put the pencil up so we can see that it's a pencil. We got a screwdriver. Oh yeah, we got a wrench. How's that? Does that look good? I think that looks pretty good. Wow, what a messy drawer. Okay. Let's glue these down. I'm just gluing these down inside the drawer. Okay. Okay. Now this one here. Yep. Now I'm just going to glue it down. You can pop some of them up too if you want. That works. This one's glued. Let's do this one. The fact that they're coming out of the drawer kind of gives the illusion that they're popped up because the drawer is popped up. If your piece is, see how my little hammer, it wouldn't be extending beyond the drawer, right? So you can give it a little trim. And then when you put it in, what you want to do is just lift this up a titch. So you've got it like that. And then you can decide where it's going to go, maybe a little bit lower. There we go. And cover it up a bit by turning. There we go. That looks good. And so you just play with it, you guys. You're getting the drift of this. You're just sort of putting things in the drawer, angling it so that hopefully, oops, that one's going to go the other way because that's only part of a screwdriver. That's our little bit that we used off the side that we didn't care because you're only going to see the end of it. Our pencil, you can also do this. That pencil is going to be too long, so we're going to cut some of that off. Okay. Go. And our wrench. I think I'm going to put the wrench this way. Again, I'm just sneaking it in there so I can tell where it is. Boy, this is a very messy mechanic. Maybe, I guess it could go like that. Okay. Okay. I guess I okay too much. Try not to anymore. All right, so that's our drawer full of tools. Next, let's add some of these little nuts and bolts. I'm just dabbing a teeny bit of glue on there. Oop. Sometimes this is the hardest part, right? Look at these picky little pieces. I'm just randomly sticking these on, you guys. They are falling out of the drawer. Okay. I cut some more of these. I only cut 3 in front of you guys, but I had some extra. If you cut extras, just keep them and use them again. All right, so the last thing I want to do is a saying. So I grabbed a piece of the DSP that has the measuring tape on it. And I got sticky fingers. I got my suite for this February. Oh, that's somebody saying they got their product for my class. Who is that? Is that Diane? Diane, is it you that got your package for the nature's? Is it Nature Sweetness class on the February 7th? I have to do that like in my head, like what's classes on the 17th? Okay, I'm glad you got it. Canada Post has been really good these days with getting stuff to people. I'm quite impressed. Okay, so we've got our piece here. We're going to take our embossing buddy and we're going to swipe it across, get rid of all that oil in our fingers. And my fingers have got white glue on them and they're sticking. Okay, I'm going to use the sentiment, Happy Father's Day. Okay. So I'm going to Versamark it up here and line it up, hopefully. Okay, I'm going to add some black embossing powder, which is always tricky, isn't it? It's like putting on coal dust. At least it is for me. Oh, that's great. Okay. Give it a little flick. A little stray parts, but not too bad today. And put that back in. Put the lid on very carefully. Grab the tweezers that come in our embossing essentials kit there. And let's heat set that. You just sort of have to let your heat gun heat up. And then as it does, it will start to melt the embossing powder and it'll rise up and be all shiny and pretty. My sister Mo and I both treated ourselves to a whole new kit of the basic embossing powders. We did it with the free shipping day. I didn't know she was doing it and she didn't know I was doing it, but we both had the right idea. Because, you know, embossing powder, if you store it properly, it'll last a long time, but it can get less effective. Let's put it that way. And boy, do I ever see a difference with the new one. Mo, do you? Have you used yours yet? Boy, a huge difference. And as I say, part of it is as it gets old, it just doesn't process as well as it did when it's new. Okay, I'm going to glue that down. All right, so that's our card. Now, you might think, wow, that's really a great card. I want to show you something if I can. Here it is. I was trying to think of what I could do. I had taught all day yesterday. I was tired. I had to come up with something. And I actually did this card a couple of days ago, and I thought, what can I do? What can I do? I want to do the toolkit. Oh, what can I do? So I went to the catalog, and there's the card. I cased it because casing is okay. In fact, casing is a smart, there's the original card that I did the other day. Casing is a good way to get your, you know, mojo going if you're stuck, especially. Okay. And then this one here, I did a reel on my Instagram. Do you guys follow me on Instagram, Stamp Crazy? Please do if you don't. So just at Stamp Crazy, the at sign, right? Here is the card that I just did on a reel. I copied it too. So go there for some inspiration if you're stuck, especially, right? Want to see some other cards that we've made together and or I've received in swaps? Okay, so this one we made together. This one I had actually made for my nephew when he graduated with his red seal as a mechanic. And I didn't put Happy Father's Day. I put congratulations. He loved it. I didn't put a paintbrush. I did all the tools that he would use. Okay. These ones here are stamped and colored with blends. Okay, rather than using the paper. Okay, so here's some other ones I've got in some swaps. This one's great. This one's a great one to do. There's the paper. And all she did was stamp the images in, that's wild wheat. I love wild wheat. And then she colored this. I like the way she's put the paint on the bottom there. That looks really cool. Here's another one. And that's the 3D metal. Oh gosh, I'm not going to remember it. Is it metal? Really fabulous embossing folder to use with the tools. Okay. And then here's another one. Love the colors in this one. Really, really love the colors in this one. And then I got this one. Oh, I guess I could take it out of its packaging. Just a sec here. I'm going to take this one out of the package. Okay, so this one here is a stand card. So you push this down and then it stands up. But for some reason, I'm not quite sure. I didn't make this card. It doesn't want to stand up very well. There must be a trick or there must be something missing. So I'm going to have to figure out why it doesn't. Probably been in an envelope too long. Anyway, it's pretty cool, right? We've got the pegboard there and then all the tools. Love that. And I saved the best for last. My sister Ellie made this card. Check this one. Do you remember last weekend or the weekend before, I made a twist and pop card using the Nature Sweetness. And Ellie had taught me originally how to make this card, I don't know, 5 years ago. It was a long time ago anyway. And then we got out of the habit of making them. And then I said to her, how do we make these? And she goes, oh, I can't remember. Anyway, we figured it out. And she is like me now. She's kind of addicted. And she said, I made you a card. So she mailed it to me. Look, check this out. Ready? Whoop. Look at that. So that's the twist and pop. So she's got all the different tools on there, and she's used the DSP. The birthday card, it's perfect. Look at that. Hooray, it's your day. Ooh. Happy birthday. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Would also be a great Father's Day card, right? Yep. Okay, so there's the cards that we cased from the catalog. I'm going to come back over here. Oh, no, I'm not leaving quite yet. 2 seconds. Next class. Next class. What's my next class? Our next class is the Hot Air Balloon Bundle from, let me grab this. Here it is. From the Lighter Than Air Suite. So this is on March the 9th. Registration is open. I'll post the registration links. You're going to get half a package of the DSP. So you're going to get two of these sheets in your goodie bag. Look at these patterns. Aren't they fantastic? Look, love the colors. It's time for spring. I love it. And then we got the other side. You're going to get a half a package, so 24 sheets, 6 by 6. You're going to get the full pack of the twine, Baker's Twine 3-color, gorgeous. And you're going to get a full package of the rainbow adhesive back dots. The class is $45. It includes 8 cards, so 4 designs, 2 of each. And we've got a special if you purchase the bundle. We've got some other giveaways for you. You want to see some cards? So this is one we did together the other day. Okay. I paired it with the Brighter Skies or whatever bundle. Is it Brighter Skies? I think so. And the DSP from the Sale-a-bration. We made this one on a previous video. You can find these all on my YouTube, Stamp Crazy. Okay. This is a faux step card. This one here uses different colors, which I liked. So the DSP, using the pretty pink. Not pretty pink. Oh my gosh, is it petal pink? We've had too many pinks with too many alliterations, so I'm not sure. I don't use it very often. It's pink. It's that light pink. And it really matches up nice with the gray. And I think that's Blueberry Bliss. And then this was the card I showed you guys. This is my Pop and Twist. So this was using both the hot air and the brighter skies, and then the DSP and whatnot. Okay. Twist and Pop. Okay, so that's the class, March 9th. Sign up. It's only $45. Really, we have lots of fun. Yesterday we spent all day stamping, and it was lots of fun. Okay, let's come back over here and let me see. I gotta get making my sandwiches. I'm gonna make my salmon and egg salad sandwiches. That's my contribution. Yeah, and you know, Dee, I didn't think of that using the sentiment, the embossing powder for the sentiment. That was part of that card I just cased it, right? So let's see here. Everybody else. Well, you're welcome, Kathy. Thanks for joining today. If you are going to make a purchase from me in February, you're going to get an all-star video tutorial class for free. And it's got 12 videos and all the instructions and measurements. And it's both imperial and metric. So it's good for anywhere, wherever you are. You can also purchase it in my tutorial store. And it features, I'm doing like a brain, I'm like, what? Oh, perennial lavender. It's perennial lavender, 12 beautiful projects. So make sure you check that out. And also, let me just show you my current host code, because if you use the host code, well, that should be February. If you use the host code 6S6JSXWQ, right now, and your order is $50 or more, you're going to get that free tutorial, but I'll send you a little gift with your thank you card too. Okay. All right. Anything else? Are we done for now? Yeah, I better get going. All right, you guys, have a great rest of the day. I hope you get some stamping in. I'll see you back here on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time for my regular live. Until then, happy stamping. Stay warm, stay well.